Good morning, everyone. Today is Friday, February 23rd, and today we will cover the trades for TSLY, CONY, and I guess MSTY. Even though we did not reach the goal yesterday, although a very greedy goal. Once I set the goal, I realized that I was, reaching for the stars essentially. But either way, let me give this an attempt to add the third being MSTY, the newest fund of YieldMax, and I'll try to cover it daily. If it becomes too much, I'll just drop it off and stick with what I have. But let's see what we got. So anyway, I'll start with CONY. This is everyone's favorite child at the moment. So they actually had some trades. The other two did not, FYI. But CONY had some trades. The three at the top, I just noticed they have they added 140 to the synthetic and then 540 to the call. I think I did not update that. All right, I'll have to look at that in a second. All right, so they added 140 contracts to the synthetic, and then they sold a call, 540 contracts though, and then they did a buy to close, 18,410. That one obviously makes sense. But then they only sold to open 9,000, and that part I did like, which I'll get into. But first, I need to make sure about the 540. So they did 540 contracts at 295, expiring next week. So I did get it right. Okay. All right, never mind. So let's start with the synthetic tab. They only have one synthetic on CONY, which is hopefully, how it should be, in my opinion. Nice and easy, at least for my tracking. So again, they added 140 contracts. And the buy call was $6.36 per share, and then the sell put is $25.66 credit. So again, the one is more than the other. It's because it's based on what coin is priced at. Coin is priced well below the synthetic strike. So they're going to get money to sell the put, a lot more money to sell the put than it would cost them to buy the call. So obviously, this is additional income that's going to add to our February profits. However, come 3/15, if we have to close this position, we'd have to pay $34 million. In the garage, all I hear is sirens outside. Hopefully the baby don't wake up. Here we go. Let's go to the February tab. How did we do yesterday? Well, we did pretty damn good. Coin went up 5.23%, and CONY only went up 4.93%. I say only, but that's pretty damn good, with keeping up with the underlying. And that's because their calls were so far out of the money. Now, they closed the position yesterday, as you saw. They only paid 3 cents to close it. I mean, they can't get much better than that. They made $3.37 per share to open it, and they paid 3 cents to close it. That is a massive, massive win. They made $6.1 million in profit on that transaction. So that is like insane. I know, you guys may remember they've been getting killed on their weekly calls, especially last week. So this is a huge win for them. And then they added the 540 contracts. So they made $2.95 per share. And then they added 9,000 of, they didn't add all 18,000 back into the market. They only added 9,000, which I thought was a very smart move because it gives them time to react to what happens in today's market. Typically, they'll get all the contracts working over the weekend for sure. So we'll see what happens today. So overall, they opened both positions and they're making about 2.6 million, which is really good. But, if you look at the top total income, they're still at a debit of 56 million. All right. Which again, the debit is adding cell 052 and it's subtracting out activity from the prior month. Okay. Cell 052 is the profit loss column, right, which shows 49. My God, it's so loud. Someone's gonna wake up. Sorry. Yeah, so anyway, yeah, so I have to subtract out anything that was open from last month. I can't give that the credit to this month. Hopefully that makes sense. Anyway, cash and treasuries for yesterday. Cash went up. Treasuries about the same. Overall, $5.7 million increase. So that's really good. Okay, outstanding shares, 14,325,000. Again, total income is a debit, so we will stop right there. No reason to explain that part. As we go to the active tab, knowing we have one trading day left, we have a whole 175 contracts sitting up in limbo with a 177.50 strike price. That's 3.86% out of the money. Sure, that could be in danger, but guess what? It's only 175 contracts. We already won this week. So, the question is, though, for next week, 9,540 contracts with a 185 strike, 8.24% out of the money with 6 trading days. Is that good? With coin, you never know, man. You never know. That's kind of low, to be honest. But they've been on an uptrend, so maybe the fund managers see something, just like they saw the resistance at the 200 for Tesla. Maybe there's resistance on coin. I have no idea. Coin is just crazy. But we'll see. But I feel pretty good, at least about this week. Next week's another story. We'll see how far out of the money they sell the other remaining contracts. So coin is priced at 170. 30-day IV, 77% outstanding. CONY price, 22.35. I'm showing potential gains we could still get of 182, and my reaction is, this one's pretty much been a money machine in the right direction lately, so I'm very happy with CONY. Synthetic income, 126 million. Short call income, 56 debit, so $56 million debit. So all income considered, 70.5 million. Calculating to a total income per share of $4.93. So we're almost at the $5 mark for total income per share for this month. But again, they will not pay out this amount. They will pay out a portion of it to protect some of the NAV, because they paid out, a lot last month, based on what they really didn't have. So, and they'll protect their NAV to an extent, I'm sure. But, time will tell. They do what they do. We can only assume or guess or whatever. So here's the outstanding holdings, what we got for today, how much it's going to cost to close. But in summary, they're sitting pretty. The 175, which again, it's not going to damage us too much, cost $1.13 to close. God, the sirens are crazy. And then we got $1.33 to open it. So right now we're in a winning position. So we'll see what happens. And pre-market. Let me refresh. Pre-market, we are down. Okay, see? So maybe they saw something. Coin is dropping pre-market by 2.34%. So we'll see what happens. Again, we're in a good position right now on CONY. Let's go to TSLY. TSLY has 2 strikes. They had no trades yesterday. How's their 220 strike doing? Well, Tesla did go up yesterday a little. But their 220 is still in danger zone, 66.5 million to close. Their 185 synthetic cannot offset that yet. It's only at $15 million credit. So overall on 315, we're in position to lose money versus gain money, but time will tell. February. Let's go to the price change for yesterday. Tesla went up 1.36%. TSLY went up 1.43%. So I will take that. That is a Easy win right there. Cash and treasuries, oddly enough, were in the negative for cash, but that is because it looks like people sold out. My guess is they're selling out right before the reverse split. So overall, cash and treasuries went down by 968,000. Outstanding shares, 89,625,000. Total weekly income, 9.4 million. Total distribution from the weekly income, 11 cents. Daily income of 1 cent and daily yield of 0.1%. Active tab. So again, all of these are still sitting at the 200. They are 1.3% out of the money. So they went in big last week. They went in tight. They had those strikes tight. And as of right now, again, I'm not trying to jinx anything, but as of right now, it is almost the perfect scenario. They have almost played this perfectly. So again, we have to give them credit where credit is due. This was a very ballsy move, but it was a move that was obviously calculated because they use data that most of us are not familiar with or most of us don't have available to us. So it is looking good. Not going to lie. I know we still have one day. A lot can happen in one day. One tweak can change this, but so far, 1.3% out of the money. One day. Let's go, baby. Stay under that 200. Tesla price, 197.41. 30-day IV, 43%. TSLY is at 921. Cap is 12 cents. Again, not much. 4-leaf clover's got to stay. Curve at the way bottom is... They added 10 more contracts, so they now have 100 contracts. They got a 215 strike. That's 8.91% out of the money, and that expires 3/15. That's in good position. But again, their synthetic of 265 is not in a great position, but they have some time for that, so I wouldn't worry too much. After tonight, after the market closes, today is the 1-for-2 split. So, either this weekend or Monday morning, you will see the change in your account. So whatever you have today in shares, divide that by 2. If you have an odd amount, you'll get cash paid for that odd amount. But in summary, I made their video yesterday. So if you wanted more information about reverse splits and this reverse split, go check out my video from yesterday. It kind of covers most of it. But yeah, so it's priced at 921. So in reality, it's going to be around $18 on Monday. So, and obviously you'll have half the shares. All right, total payment. Again, nothing happened, so nothing to report. We're still only at 11 cents for the month. Reverse split. Again, I mentioned I made the video, so just go check that out. That may help you guys. Holdings. So what do we got? Well, the 200 will only cost $1.03 right now, which, they're not going to close it early. They're probably going to wait that baby out because how much did they make? Over $4 a share. So at this point, time value is just dwindling down. Plus, I guess, I don't know. We'll look at the pre-market, but coin was down. So Tesla's probably going to be down. But we'll see. So total net asset value of this fund, 825 million, which is a NAV of 922 and a trade price currently at 921. So close enough. Now let's see. So since Tesla went up yesterday, how did this work out? So Tesla was not 194.77 yesterday, not yesterday, 2 days ago, and then yesterday it closed at 197.41. So let's look first in green. This is the 185 synthetic, the sell put, which again we have to pay money to close at some point. That went down 26%. Which is amazing, right? It's amazing. So it cost us much less. It used to cost us 5.2 million to close. Now it costs us 3.8. Now let's look at real quick, the sell put of the 220 synthetic. Yesterday, that cost us 80.9 million to close. And today, it's going to cost us 73 million to close. So work in progress, big, good progress right there. And then the buy call for the 185 synthetic, it went up in value by 8.15%. Yesterday it was worth 17.4 million. Today it's worth 18.9 million. So that's great. However, the 220 call, oddly enough, did not change in value at all, because if you look, the price did not move much because the 220 is way out of it's far away. So no one really has interest in paying any more for that call. So that's why the value of that one did not go up. However, the best part of the day is Tesla went up in price and our weekly call went down. Like how much we have to pay the weekly call went down. So similar to yesterday as we spoke, it went down even further. So yesterday it cost us $6.3 million to close this weekly call. And now it's showing that it's going to cost us $4.3 million. Again, this is because the time decay of the fund, decreased it more than what, the stock price going up, because again, the strike is 200. So we're still under the 200. So as long as we're under that $200, then, this should continue to go down as time goes on. We only have 1 day left. So we'll see what this dwindles down to, by end of day. Actually, it's going to be off of, I'm not going to be able to show this tomorrow because it's not going to be on the holdings. So that's unfortunate. So this is probably the last time. However, we get to see, I guess I'll share the changes one more time. Maybe, I don't know. This is probably the end of the holdings change road, but I just wanted to show you guys how that worked throughout the week. It's not necessary to cover this every week. And last but not least, the share count, which is also going to go away next week. But there, like I said before, 100,000 shares are no longer, so people sold out yesterday. Again, reverse split, scared, maybe they went out. And so my guess is today you're going to see more of the same, okay? Then after the reverse split is done, the fund will probably be just fine. But again, time will tell. Who knows? Pre-market. Let's go to pre-market. Okay, Tesla is down 1.44%. Wow, okay. Yesterday was a really green day, so it doesn't surprise me that today is looking a little red. So we'll see. And last but not least, I said I would not cover this if you guys did not give me the amount of views and likes that I asked for. However, after doing so, I realized maybe I was too aggressive in the request. So I guess you guys did your hardest. So for now, we'll keep it on the daily agenda and go from there. Also, my thumbnail, I created myself. But if any of you guys are techie or use AI or whatever and have a better idea for a thumbnail, please share. I would love to create a thumbnail, because it's going to be something I'm going to put on the daily. Like, I'm going to share it daily. So I want it to be, good looking. I don't know what you guys, let me know what you think of this thumbnail. It's okay. But again, I'm not really I'm okay with thumbnails, but I'm sure it could be better. Well, anyway, so they didn't add there was no trades yesterday. So they didn't add anything to the synthetic. But oddly enough, they made money. They didn't make money, but their synthetic is in a good position, because look at the strike, 680. MSTR is now at 713. So essentially, if they closed it out today, they made 134,000. So it's pretty amazing. In the first day, look at this, unbelievable, unfreaking believable. MSTR went up 6%. MSTY went up 6.15%. Like, what? That's insanity. So the people that bought in at 20, they are very happy already. Again, no trades. The break even for this strike, it's a 730 strike. It expires today. Break even 735. MSTR is at 713. So cash and treasuries, it looks like they moved the cash to the treasuries. But overall, not much change. It actually went down $823. But my guess is, people probably bought in, obviously, but they funded someone funded the original amount, so they have to be paid back as people buy into the fund, I'm sure. Outstanding shares, 125,000. It was 125,001, so someone got their one share back. Total income for the weekly calls so far, 19,148, which creates a distribution of 15 cents. Daily income, 8 cents. Daily yield, 0.36%. All right, how we sitting for this week? Again, one trading day. MSTR is priced at 713, so with a 730 strike, we're 2.36% out of the money. That could be destroyed easily with this fund, but again, the market is probably going to be red today, it looks like. 30-day IV and 30-day chart is not updated. I have to do something with Google online to get this to work, apparently. So MSTY is at 21.23 already. So you're already getting your capital gains from a YieldMax fund. Wow. I thought they only go down, right? Sorry, drinking water. All right, capital appreciation possibility, 50 cents. All right, we'll take it. My reaction is wow, wow. I'm just staring. Okay, total payment. Again, I don't think they're going to pay anything. I don't think they're going to announce anything with the next payment. And when I say the next payment, I mean the one they pay in the beginning of March. So I'm going to add what they're doing, this month into what they do with March, which will pay in early April. But right now, total income per share is 26 cents already. Like, wow. That's pretty amazing. We'll see what happens today if they get more money in the fund, if they're able to sell more contracts. But right now, it's already 26 cents based on total income, and even 15 cents with short call income. But we'll see. Holdings formula, not quite working yet, so that's a work in progress. Again, when you do things on the phone, there are limitations. I've made it this far, so it's working out okay. Oh my God, MSTR under 700, it's down 2.11%. So, yeah, we'll see. It looks like a red market, which is good for the weekly calls, right? Bad for the synthetic, good for the weekly calls. Maybe bad for other things, like bad for your portfolio look. But again, at least for the YieldMax funds, for the weekly calls that are tight, we need a little red, right? So yeah, that's pretty much it. That's the summary for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed this content. All right, 1 second. As always, if you enjoyed it, please click the like button. Maybe not 500 times, but whatever you can. And if you have any questions or concerns, leave them in the comments down below. And yeah, as always, this is not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. This video is for fun and entertainment. And yeah, it's going to be a good week. It's going to be a red day. So, we'll see how it goes, and we'll go from there. So I guess keyword time, maybe since I'm doing this video in the 4 a.m. range, we'll just say it's 4 a.m. wake up, and we'll say that to all the people out there that maybe are a little lazy and get up a little too late. Because if you start your day early, you can get so much done, so much more accomplished, than you can if you just keep waking up late. I don't know where this is coming from, but it is true though. I get up, like today, I got up at 3 a.m. I got so much done. So now I'm getting this video done before I have to leave for work. And then I'm going to schedule it. And it's simple. That part's done, right? So the earlier you get up, yes, you need your sleep, your beauty sleep. But, you don't need as much as people think. So I get like 6-7 hours a night, which is plenty for me. But as long as I get that, I'm good, right? So anyway, the key word for today, it's 4 a.m., wake your ass up. Or it's 4 a.m., wake up. Something like that. I don't know. I'm running out of ideas. I got to start getting creative again. But maybe I got to stop, the brain doesn't work as good at maybe this early in the morning sometimes. But anyway, that's all I got for today. Thank you for watching, everyone. And I will talk to you tomorrow. And good luck with our calls. Later.